Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for February. This is your February bonus reading. We're going to take a look and see what is going on for you. We're doing a past, present, future outcome reading, basically. And in your past, you have this concern card. I feel like some of you were concerned about like finances or, it feels more, it's funny because I feel that it's more of the future. It's like you're more concerned about the future of your finances, or like, will something stick around? Will something last? Like, this could be a career. And this card says, don't worry. So there you go. Don't worry. Things are going to be fine. But, I definitely get this sense of like trying to stabilize your finances, which we literally see right here with the Four of Pentacles. Or you're trying to make more money, trying to be more successful. I also feel that you're like trying to make sure that something that you have been working on, whether it's like career, business, could be anything. It's like you're trying to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. You're trying to make sure that it is truly stable. And that's what I get here with that concern card. You have the strength card. I feel like you've developed a lot of strength. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading, Aries, that I feel like you need to realize, it's like you need to put things into perspective. I feel like you need to realize that if you've reached a certain level of success in life, it's like you did it. You did it all on your own. That should give you confidence. It shouldn't be making you feel like you're not going to make money. It's like you did it once, you can do it again, right? Or you should be able to do it better, because you should be able to, let's say you're worried that your business is going to fail. Even if it fails, doesn't matter, because guess what? You did it once, you can do it again. And you should have learned from those failures, and now you should be able to duplicate it and become more successful. I do feel like some of you have been learning about how to improve your situation with the Hierophant. Hierophant, sometimes I feel, represents needing to think outside the box, needing to come up with some more unique or different ways of doing things, or just, it's kind of like trying things is what I get here. You have the Six of Pentacles also, and the Six of Pentacles is like equal give and take, but it's kind of like popping into my head as needing to try, different things in life, needing to look for new opportunities, needing to look for opportunities that could make you more money in your business or your career, right? Looking for a raise or promotion, or just looking for something different altogether. But I really feel you're organizing all those things. This can be a card of marriage. I don't really see very much love here yet. That might change as we clarify. You have the Five of Pentacles. Something happened that scared you. It just feels like a little, it's kind of funny because this feels like a very, very minor thing. And again, I'm not saying that it wasn't significant, but, I feel for some of you, something has happened that has kind of shaken you up a little bit in your career or your business. And that, but again, this happened in the past. And, I feel now you're at least moving on from that situation. But again, I really feel that you're still, even in your present position, a little bit unsure of your future or the direction of your future, what it should be. With the Strength card, you have the Fool, new beginning. I feel like you've been working on, fixing things, especially if you have a business. But even if you have a career, maybe you're looking for something that pays more money, or maybe you're looking to move somewhere that's cheaper so that you can keep the career and still, have more money or something. I see you making the changes, and I feel like that's a good thing with the Fool card. I also feel that there is a good opportunity coming in for you. Let's see. With the Hierophant, you have the Knight of Swords. No rushing, no rash decisions. Sometimes I think when something happens in career with our finances, we can rush and we can make bad mistakes when we rush. Or we feel like maybe we need to fix the situation quickly. So I would be very careful of that with the Knight of Swords here. I wouldn't rush anything. I also feel like if you're in a place where, if you're saying like, I need to try all these things in business, if you're in that kind of anxiety, rushing energy, I would slow things down. I also feel that sometimes maybe in business or work, there's just like a little bit of a dip, and it's just, just how it works. And maybe some of you, I feel almost a little bit of an overreaction, so don't get too worried. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory over this Five of Pentacles here. I feel like you're finding new ways to be successful. For some of you, I am getting that this could be you being, I feel like some of you feel tricked in a relationship here for some reason. Maybe you feel like someone had a lot of, I see like darkness, secrets, mysteries, and I also feel like you have the Strategy card. It's almost like you could have been dealing with a person where, I don't even know how to describe it, Aries. I feel like they're always playing a game, but it's not like the games that like you would think. It's not like player games. That's not really what I'm getting. They could be a player. I'm not saying that. But I also feel like it's like they're always thinking ahead, this person, right? And they're always trying to be one step ahead. They can't just be in the moment. So some of you could have been dealing with a person like that, and this could be the truth that is being uncovered. I feel like you are realizing that this person is always trying to be one step ahead. They can't just be present in a situation. Next, in your present position, you have this trust card. I feel like the only person you should trust is yourself. Plain and simple. I say this to everyone right now. You shouldn't even listen to me, right? And I'm not joking when I say that. You should only listen to yourself, what your heart tells you to do, what your own intuition tells you to do. That's going to be leading to the most success. Even your first card, you have this King of Wands. King of Wands is you showing up in a very strong position. So I feel like you're showing up in a position of power and strength. I feel like there's a lot of abundance and success coming in for you here as well. I feel like you're much more willing to kind of step into the unknown. I feel you're much more willing to take that type of risk because we have the moon here. The moon can represent fears, fantasies, illusions, but really the moon to me says you have to go down this path and hit these mountains. The moon can represent fears, but it kind of represents needing to overcome those fears so that you can have an accomplishment. The mountains in the tarot represent an accomplishment. I feel like what you need to do is leave a comfort zone with the Four of Pentacles, or it's almost like you're ending a round situation. It's almost like you're ending a situation that has been going round and round. I don't even feel that it's a relationship. I also feel like there's something with like how you present yourself to the world here. And some of you could be making some personal changes, could be with like your attitude, your beliefs, your personal development and stuff. I see a lot of deep changes in you. And this would make sense. In about like 3 years, you're going to have Saturn in your first house as well. And, right now it's in Pisces, but I had Saturn in my 12th for the last like 3 years. Now it's moving into Pisces. It's going to be my first. And what I would say is, I think when it's in the 12th and the first, you can still make some deep changes over those like that 6-year period of time where you could change your personality. Not becoming a new person. It's not like you're changing per se. It's just that maybe you're working some details out about your own personality that turn other people off or that make you weak in certain situations or whatever. So really it's about creating more strength in yourself. And I feel like this is going to serve you very well if you're doing work on yourself. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely focused on your resources. I do see a lot of you focused on your money. And I feel like some of you could be working on money blocks as well. If you have any, I just think that we all have those little things, right? Where no matter what, even the most successful person in the world probably has little things in the back of their head that are like, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that, right? And I feel like some of you working on those beliefs could be very beneficial. With the King of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign coming in for you. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. I feel like they're a Queen of Swords type person. I feel like they're a truth teller. I do feel like they're a little closed off right now, and I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing too in your February monthly reading. It just strikes me as a person who's a little bit nervous about relationships. I actually think that they will open up to you right away. It's not like this person's holding back, but I feel like you can sense that there's a little bit of something. But I feel like this person has always given everyone the benefit of the doubt, and they always get crushed. So, it's like one of those things. They could just be just a little bit closed off, but, at the same time, not even that big of a deal. And again, I would also tell the truth to yourself, right, with that card. With the moon, you have the Six of Pentacles. I mean, you always get this. Every single reading that I do for you, I'm pretty sure it's you, Aries, that always gets a Six of Pentacles. And this is the energy that I would be working with if I were you, with Jupiter in Aries. Even though it's gonna go into Taurus, it's gonna retrograde back into Aries this year. So really good time for you. And I would say that planting seeds and just getting started is what you need to do, because with that, plus with Pluto going into Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius is basically iteration, meaning you have to make mistakes. The moon card, you have to face your fears, make mistakes in business and work and your love life so that you can learn from those mistakes and so that you can create something new, a new way of doing things. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to try new things. Again, Six of Pentacles to me is a card of planting seeds. It says you have to like plant a seed in a direction or a couple, see what grows, and then really, really nurture the things that are growing. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups, especially with the Moon card. The Moon sometimes I feel is like, up here. It's something that needs to come down to earth. The Seven of Cups, he's looking up here at the Seven of Cups, and these cups have good things and bad things in them. But it's like about needing to manifest something down on earth. There could be some goal, wish, or dream, something that you want to bring into reality, and I feel like you have to do that with this Seven of Cups energy. So I would definitely put in the work for sure. Next, in your future position, you have this card that says, don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it. Again, making mistakes. You have the strategy card that says, becoming more strategic to succeed in the long run. Look at your current goals and imagine what obstacles may appear. So I do feel strategy is going to be very important for you. Kind of reminds me of Seven of Swords energy. Seven of Swords to me is a good card, and Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. It's a card, he's stealing the swords from the army in the background. So I get that energy here, where he's not going directly to war. He's stealing the swords so they can't be used against him in war. So I'd say, are there more strategic ways? Again, we had Pluto and Capricorn. We still have Pluto and Capricorn until it moves into Aquarius. And it's that, that cuspy energy. Even when Pluto goes retrograde this year, it barely moves off the cusp before next year when it officially moves into Aquarius. And what I would say is Pluto and Capricorn is all about being efficient, coming up with the most efficient ways of doing things. And so instead of just doing something in work or business, is there a way you could do it that's smarter? Or, could you do things like pay attention to what you're doing so that you know what works and what doesn't? Most people, it's I've talked to a lot of people about YouTube, for example. A lot of YouTubers have asked me for help, and I ask them questions like, do you know what thumbnails are working? Do you know what your retention rate is and stuff? And they don't know these things. And it's well, if you have a business, you need to know the ins and the outs. You need to know what's working, what's not working, and you need to pay attention to that, right? So that's a great way to be strategic. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. I feel like there's quick success coming in for you. Something's rushing here, and I do feel like this is a good thing. Things are changing quickly. Again, I do feel that the things that are going to work for you are going to work really well. And I know that sounds obvious, but here's the caveat here, Aries, is that as I always say, you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the goal. So it's 99 out of 100 of your ideas are probably not going to be that great, but the ones that are great are going to work very, very well. So I feel for a lot of you, you need to kind of make sure that you're, I feel like you need to make sure that you are kind of experimenting, trying new things, putting in the work more or less. You have the Four of Swords. I feel really good about this. I feel like you feel really good about this. Relaxed, just at peace. Feeling like you don't have to stress out so much. I'm not even sure what the hell this is. It's literally popping into my head as nothing. There could just literally be a change in your feelings, and you just feel more positive in the near future. I'm saying by the end of this month, you're just feeling more positive, your outlook. Not so much, it's that feeling of where you feel like something is coming, where you feel like there's a change coming, and it kind of makes you anxious because you don't know what it is, right? Maybe you've been feeling like that. Maybe you've been feeling like there's this big event that's going to happen, and I feel like it's almost like the anxiety is going away, as we move throughout the month. And I feel like this is putting you in a better mental state, and I feel like it's putting you in a state of progress where, because it's almost like your brain isn't being consumed by these thoughts, and so it's allowing you to make progress. It's allowing you to work towards things. You have the Four of Pentacles here. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to things that no longer serve you. And so I do feel like some of you are ending a round situation. And I do feel like there are a lot of questions of stability in your life. Some of you might be wanting to change your business or your job, and you're like, what happens if it fails, or what happens if this happens? Same thing in your relationship as well. Maybe there are some truths that you want to reveal in your relationship. I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying maybe there's some changes you want to make, or maybe there's some things that you need in the relationship that you're not getting. And I think when we don't speak up, that's when we start creating resentment, and then obviously the relationship fails. So I would encourage you to speak up, because, especially if you're in that situation, because I just feel it'll prevent it from failing. It'll probably work out much better than you think. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card here. Yeah, waking up to your purpose. I do feel a lot of you are, I feel a lot of you could be getting much more confident. Not even just this month. I feel like over the next, I don't know, until 25, that's going to be until, 2033, somewhere around there. I feel you're going to become much more confident as we move throughout that time, just in life in general. Probably, feeling like you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. But also remember we talked about proving things to yourself at the beginning. If you've done something once, you can do it again. And, as you learn that more and more, you become more and more confident. So that's what I'd say there. With the Four Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I'm telling you right now, there's a change. Remember, I said that there's something changing here in your feelings, which is great. The Four Swords, the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny in the sense that it's your personal vision for your life. It's like the direction you see your life going. And so I feel like there is like a positive change coming in for you with the Wheel of Fortune. Love it. And with the Eight of Wands, you have the Tower. Crazy. Judgment and the Tower, to me, is the most powerful combination of the tarot. Libra just had this. And what I would say is that these two cards represent like a major wake-up call, major revelation. And again, I feel like we're in a time of truth just in general. So a lot of people could just be, the wake-up calls that we could be having are just our own inner truth. For your outcome, you have this Clean It Up card. This is a card of cleaning up your vibration. And again, remember I said earlier, I would start thinking more positively about finances and things. I do believe we attract what we think about. So make sure you're staying positive. But I do also feel that some of you are just cleaning up your life in general because you have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. But the Six of Pentacles, he's like cleaning up his vibration because he's choosing to give to situations that give to him. He's not just giving to anyone. So he is the one that's calling the shots. And I feel like you need to be in this position of really making sure that you give to people and places and things that give back to you, that fulfill you, that give you, that nurture you, that give you the things that you need. You have the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups, of course, is a card of your heart. To me, it's a card of nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself. For some reason, I thought you had the Star. You don't, but I would definitely like nurture yourself and take care of yourself. I would also trust your intuition. I do also feel that this could be this person that's coming in for you. It's like they're a Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups type person. Again, any gender, it doesn't matter what gender you're interested in. But I feel like they're very kind, caring, nurturing, but also very focused as well. And finally, you have this Knight of Pentacles. I am getting progress here. Normally, I say that the Knight of Pentacles, he kind of represents no progress. He's the only knight in the tarot that isn't moving. So he needs to make moves towards the things that he wants to create. He needs to make moves towards his future. He needs to start planting seeds in this field. So again, plant those seeds, Aries. You will be very successful if you do that. So let's see here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, start planting seeds. You have everything you need to start working in a new direction. And if you get started, you are going to be very successful. So again, get started here, Aries. Get moving. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Hangman here. Could be a Pisces coming in for you. Could be any sign. You have Taurus, Pisces twice, Scorpio, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo coming in for you here. So take it how it resonates. But what I would say here is that this right here is also major enlightenment, the Judgment card and the Hangman. I do feel there are a lot of answers. You're feeling much more confident. And I feel like you're feeling confident because maybe you have the answers for your future or for the changes that you need to make or for the different things that you need to do in your life. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands, marriage. If you're meeting a person, could be a person that you're getting married to. As always, this is a card of freedom. And again, with Uranus and Taurus, I would say that pretty much all of us, we need to focus on what brings more freedom into our life. If we're in a situation that makes us feel restricted, we're not going to like the situation, whatever it is. It could be a business, a job, or whatever. Uranus and Taurus really wants us to focus on our values. So if you value a certain thing, like in work or business, like freedom, maybe you rather have a job where you call the shots or you do your own thing. If you don't have that right now, start looking, work with the energy because you will find something that is much better for you. Same thing with relationships. If you're with a person who's like super clingy, but you don't like that, then you're going to want to leave. For some people want a clingy person. Some people want a person that's around them all day, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And if that's what you want, but you have a person who's like always gone, then maybe there needs to be a change here so that you can personally feel more free, Aries. We're going to pull 5 main themes now, and we're going to see what comes up for you here, Aries. So let's see. You have this Carriage card. It says a journey, either physical or mental. I'm definitely a big fan of you traveling at this time. I think traveling, even if these are mental adventures where you're like learning something new, these things could make you very successful. You have this fair man card that says dealings with relationships with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Yeah, and I always clarify these people cards. You have this owl card that says great advice from a wise person. So it doesn't have to be a man either. Like I said, general reading. I don't attach gender to my cards. So this could just be a wise person. If you need help with anything, I would ask for help. I'm just looking to see. You do have the Hierophant, which could be like a mentor. So it could be a Taurus person. Doesn't have to be a lover, just a person that you know. You have this March card and you have this Broken Ring card. It says parting of the ways in either romance or business. There's definitely going to be a change in one or the other for you, Aries. And again, if it's romance, I feel like you already know that there's going to be like a breakup or a separation. If it's business, I feel like you already know that there needs to be a change. You're waking up to this. Judgment Tower. It's like this is something that you are realizing literally in your future position, which would be March. You have this Mule card that says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, probably the person that you're leaving if you're leaving a situation. For others, I feel like this is a business. It's kind of weird. I don't really see you leaving a business, though, even though this says parting of the ways in business. I would say that you're just making a change in your business. Maybe you're diversifying, doing things differently, just making some sort of change. And you could be, I don't think you're really stubborn, but maybe you're just having a hard time making the change. But I feel like you're going to make it anyway. You have this Angel card. It says spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So yeah, you're protected from risk. You have the King of Wands, and King of Wands is protected from risk. He can take risks in business and work, and he will be successful. This is a really nice reading here, Aries. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.